I'd like to call to order meeting of the Greenwood Advisory Plan Commission for Monday, June 10th, 2024. First item of business is the approval of the minutes from May 29th, 2024. Motion by Mr. Lexi,
I'll second that.
second by Mr. Probst. All in favor, please show by raising your right hand. All opposed, same sign. Carries 8-0. Are there any special requests or continuances? Seeing none. Findings of fact. Oh,
I think that
Back up.
we received an email that someone would be making a request for continuance.
Yes, I'm here.
okay, online.
Hi, this is Neil Doradio with Apollo Developers. I'd like to request a continuance for Elmwood Estates expansion. We are getting close to I guess we're waiting for further review with the Whiteland jurisdiction, as well as Greenwood on the memorandum of understanding regarding easements and access easements and stormwater detention. So we didn't really receive word from Carmen as far as how much time she actually needs to review the documents, but we'd like to request one more continuance so that everybody has time to review the documents and feel comfortable with them.
Okay. Do you have a date that you'd like to request?
I see the next one would be June 24th.
24th.
Yes.
Internal staffing, Greenwood also has to review that. And I cannot guarantee that we will have it reviewed and back to Whiteland for comments and comments back from Whiteland, to finalize that within 2 weeks by the next meeting. So I would recommend more time.
July 8th.
I would probably kick you out further. So with Whiteland, they do not have the privilege of having an on-staff attorney. They'll have to send it out to an outside review legal team to review the document. And then just for clarity, I think we're talking about an interlocal agreement with Whiteland, not necessarily just a memorandum of understanding, although I think that I believe that both a memorandum of understanding with the developer and an interlocal have been requested, but this would be an agreement between the city of Whiteland and the city of Greenwood, so that Greenwood could inspect and enforce our more stringent stormwater standards on a pond that they are trying to locate for their development outside of Greenwood. Without this pond, they do not currently have stormwater for the site. So they're trying to wrap up these documents to provide stormwater quantity and quality so that we can approve it. But I think with Whiteland having outside review and us not knowing their timeline, and I know just with Greenwood's side of thing, it did look like the draft would need to be reworked quite a bit. I would maybe recommend something more, something further out.
Okay. So the next one would be July 8th.
Realistically, for us to get this done and get it to Whiteland and get comments back and forth, it might not be unreasonable to ask for like 8 weeks, like a couple of months, to make sure everything is finalized with the town of Whiteland and all terms have been agreed to.
August 12th.
I think August 12th would be a more realistic timeline. Again, it could be it is up to the plan commission to continue things or choose to not continue things.
Indeed.
So it could go. If it's not ready by the 12th, we could look at another continuance. But August 12th would be essentially a month from, 2 months from today. And that sounds a little more realistic, but it does still seem like it'll be a tight timeline.
Well, it sounds like we can either approve, disapprove, or go to August 12th or 26th. Accept the motion.
Motion to approve the request for August 12th continuance.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Walker, second by Mrs. Stambaugh. Ms. Stambaugh. We're continuing PC 2024-012 to August 12th. All those in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gracia.
Mhm.
Well, findings of fact. Seeing none, we go into old business, and this has just been continued, the PC 2024-012. Is there old business from the floor? Seeing none. New business, PC 2022-024, the Saturn Park easement vacation. This is not a public hearing. Is there anyone to speak on behalf of the request for this vacation? Is there anybody online who wishes to speak on behalf of this easement vacation for Saturn Park?
I can speak as far as staff and what our thoughts were on this. This is already due to the timeline that was set by the clerk. There's a requirement to have a public hearing in a certain amount of time. So this has been to common council already for its public hearing and introduction. It will also go to Plan Commission and the Board of Public Works and Safety for recommendations to council. So if council accepts our recommendation, they will have to amend the ordinance that has been drafted. Staff is okay with the easement vacation with a caveat. We do have a couple concerns about vacating an easement for an active pond that is currently serving the Saturn Park subdivision without first having a new operational pond that can serve water quantity and water quality. So if you guys receive the link in the staff report, staff has recommended 2 conditions for the approval. And that would be that prior to the replat of Block C Saturn Park being recorded, that the new plat that they'll have to create to put this road on there, and also to show where the new pond will be, will have a note on it that references the Greenwood ordinance and the instrument number. And that the note would say that the current easement is nullified or vacated, it sunsets once this new pond is operational and has been verified by our engineering inspector and engineering department. And then the second condition that we had is that only after the new detention is operational would the vacation ordinance be recorded or approved as recorded. So it's basically, we're saying that we're okay with this happening, but first we need a new pond, and we need a plat that shows where this new pond easement will be. We're trying to avoid any overlap in time where we're left without an easement and without a functional pond. The motion spelled out our commitments that was provided as a as an option for you, and then it was also included in the staff report.
So I take it none of these steps have actually taken place.
So yeah, they would have to receive a land alteration permit, receive an approved plat that shows where the road that they're looking to construct. The reason they're vacating the pond is they would like to connect a road to April Drive so that people at the Greenwood Village South, 55 plus, can drive down there and use an intersection with a light. They'll also be doing some future construction. Hopefully, they haven't submitted plans yet, but some new site work up there. Construction would be taking place there, so they need a route for their residents to use during construction. So that's why they want to move this pond. And staff is okay with this idea, we just don't want to have an operational pond removed or the easement removed. The project falls through and all of a sudden we have no pond and no road. So we try to put these in as a way to ensure legal protections for access and maintenance and to protect the city.
I take it this road would go right through where the existing pond is located. It looks like it'd go through about the middle third.
Yeah, it's a variable drainage easement, and there is an active pond there, and it would go through this pond area and the variable drainage easement. Then the new plat would also have to establish that private road in that location, but in order for the road to be built, the pond does have to move. Like I said, we just don't want there to be a time that the pond is removed or the easements are removed, we no longer have access to it. And then have the project for whatever reason not happen and be left with this subdivision with no water quality or water quantity.
It is not unprecedented. There have been at least one other occasion on a project, it was Swartz Crossing, where there was platted easement vacations that had conditions placed upon them so that there would be existing easements and never a period of time when there wasn't adequate easements on the property.
I have a question for the staff. Do they have plans prepared for a new pond and location where they're gonna put it in to guarantee that you have detention opportunities?
So they have submitted a commercial site plan for this road extension that will include this new pond. The new pond will be to the east of where this pond is. It kind of overlaps it still. Those construction plans have, at this time, not been yet approved, but they are working through that process with staff. But in addition to showing where that pond is going to be, we really feel like before you remove the existing pond that is currently serving the subdivision, that the new pond should be constructed and in working condition. But yeah, they are showing where it would shift to the east.
So that's some delay getting that taken care of, so they have some more hoops to jump through to get their pond in.
Yeah, that they'll
place.
need, they'll need to do, to get a land alteration permit, earthwork out there. And it would be probably the first thing that they really need to complete and make sure it's functional before they can remove the active pond. That is, ponds and water quality and quantity are required components of our subdivisions. So to remove a pond that was required without ensuring that anyone would be built is something that I'm not comfortable with.
Thank you.
Mr. St. John, do you agree with the concept of moving it further east and being successful?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? We'll accept the motion.
I move to find that the vacation of the platted variable with drainage easement in Saturn Park Block C in the city of Greenwood as proposed would not, one, hinder the growth or orderly development of the city of Greenwood or the property in which it is located, or to which it is contiguous. Two, make access to the lands of other persons by means of public way difficult or inconvenient. Three, hinder the public's access to a church, school, or other public building or place. Nor four, hinder the use of a public way by the neighborhood in which it is located or to which it is contiguous. That the Planning Commission recommend that the platted variable with drainage easement be vacated as proposed, subject to meeting the following conditions. One, prior to construction of a new detention facility, a replat of Block C of Saturn Park will be recorded with the following note. The easement, drainage, and utility easement per instrument number 920157774 as shown in Greenwood Common Council Ordinance number 24-17. For the existing detention facility shall be vacated and nullified upon the successful completion and operational status of a new detention facility as verified by the city engineer and the recording of the vacation ordinance. The petitioner must also plat the new detention easement on the replat of Block C of Saturn Park. Two, prior to the recording of the vacation ordinance, the petitioner must complete the construction of the new detention facility and ensure its functionality. The new detention facility must be fully operational only after the new detention facility is confirmed to be operational by the city engineer and all related documentation is submitted may the vacation ordinance be recorded. And to authorize the Planning Commission president to execute a delivery memorandum regarding these findings and this recommendation to the Common Council and the Planning Commission's behalf.
Thank you, Mr. King.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion by Mr. King, second by Mr. Lexi. Any questions or comments before we take a vote? Seeing none, all in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 8-0. Any new business from the floor? Seeing none. Announcements.
Same one as BZA, we're continuing to work on our comprehensive plan. Right now, staff is reviewing a preliminary draft that in the coming weeks, we hope to have available for you guys to look at and share some input or comments about the progress that we've made. So we're continuing to move along with that and we're pretty happy with what we're looking at right now.
Thank you. One other one, in 2 weeks, which is 24th of June, I will be out of town. I plan on logging in. So.
Do you want to suspend the rules
So
now?
do you want us to go ahead and do that?
Can we go ahead and do that?
Yeah, certainly, because your rules of procedure say that any meeting that you attend, you shall preside over. If you could have a motion to suspend your rules of procedure to allow the vice president of the planning commission to preside at the next meeting, even though Mr. Shell will be participating remotely.
So moved.
Second that.
Walker.
Mr. Walker moved and Mr. Probst Who said it? Gave us a second. All in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Passes 8-0. Any other announcements? Seeing none, except one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Walker, thank you.
I got to do it.
Go on.
I don't want to look at